My name is Archana. Today I am presenting paper number 1, literature of Elizabethan and Restoration periods. In my topic is thematic on the Rover, who is written by Afraben. This is my info. Here I discuss about the writer, works of Afraben, the Rover, thematic, and conclusion, and uh, then I play work cited. Here is Afraben. Afraben was born was not is unclear. It is unclear where exactly Afraben was born, or even what her maiden name was. There is no any other sources or given to us right about their birth and death. Also, she is believed to have married a man with the last name Ben in the mid 60, but little is known about him, and she may have made him up completely. After becoming a spy for the English monarchy, Ben was deeply in debt. In fact, a warrant was even issued for her arrest. It was then that Ben began writes play, and she writes play, the Rover. By the 1670 and 80, Ben was one of the most prolific and successful playwright for the British stage. But but I see in W. J. Long book there is no any others information about Afraben, because that time not allowed to write or publish in any other places. Although, although she died poor, her fame was so great that she was buried in Westminster Abbey. Works of Afraben, she wrote First Marriage, the first play in 6070. Then she wrote Abdelazar, Tragedy in 6076, and she wrote The Rover. The Rover has two parts. One part was published in 6077 and second part was published in 1681. And here I uh, here I say themes of the Rover. That was a part 1. And in this play there are 5 themes like gender role, love versus lust, wit and language, class money, and deceit and disguise. So let's start gender role. In this play, there were two type of character: dishonorable men and dishonorable women. Dishonorable men like Wilmore seek in the pleasure, and dishonorable women like Florinda, sorry, Angelica and Lucetta seek to ensure men, and the honorable women like Florinda and honorable men like Belleville. Belleville seek to protect women like either our father or father, son, or husband, or others. And honorable women like Florinda, like sister, either sister, mother, or any other. Men bear sword and seek out violence. Women are peaceful and are threatened by violence. Definition of femininity available in Restoration Britain all bad news for women. Here are the chart of the theme in the Rover books. There are 5 chapters, and in that chapters gender roles given in this play. Second is love versus lust. The rakish Wilmore uses the ambiguity between love and lust to his advantage, vowing love when he actually only feels physical lust. And Angelica begins play preferring lust to love, because when she put one advertisement to her outside home. That time she was believing lust because she doesn't love to another person. And that time we know that Wilmore come, and she love with Wilmore. Helena. Helena, for all her boldness, wishes for love rather than lust, and succumbs to Wilmore's advances only after she is convinced that he loves for her rather than simply lusting. For the more traditional Florinda, lust in dangerous making formerly honorable men treated threatening and dangerous. We know that uh, Florinda is make a spy or make a, like a, another person to wear a mask and make a spy for herself. Another one is class and money. The Cavaliers constantly bemoan the fact that they do not have sufficient funds, while Don Pedro picks a husband for his sister, based almost slowly upon fortune. Angelica, too, is obsessed with money and must curiously decide whether she will give her heart to Wilmore for free or hold out for the highest bidder. And in fact, the themes of money and love lust often become intertwined in the play as characters speak about purchasing love or giving each other credit. The world in which they live is a capitalistic one, and money pervades even the most emotional of issues. In our Hindi movie, Etraz, we in movie we also see class and money, and then wit and language. Blunt, for instance, is instantly a figure of fun as soon as the audience hear his dull, plodding speech. He becomes even more so when he foolishly allows himself to be taken in by the clever Lucetta. And Wilmore, in contrast, uh, can act immorally, yet will always be forgiven because of his eloquence, and charm. When he meets Helena, the two are attracted not to each other's looks, but to their perfectly matched wits. We know the Helena also loved with Belleville, and not interest in Wilmore and Blunt also. Deceit and disguise. Of course, deceit, disguise, and the confusion they cause also illuminate interesting issues surrounding identity. While some characters, like Florinda and Belleville, they are honorable, and Helena and Wilmore excel at it. Identity is flawed for these figures. They can try on many different roles until they find one that fits. The prevalence of deceit and disguise is therefore also meta-theatrical, exists on a plane outside the plot of the play, because it reminds the audience that they are watching a play, that all of these people on stage are in fact wearing disguises as they act their roles. We are also see decide and disguise in our life, because some years ago we show that that time was corona time, and that time we wear a mask. And in our classrooms also, teachers were teaching, and we are eating someone in our mouth also, so we are decide ourselves also. The rover takes place at carnival time, and carnival time that there in Nepal, in Italy, and Helena, Florinda, and Valeria wear mask of Antonio and Don Pedro's. Antonio's mask and Don Pedro's comedy of mistaken identities to Lucetta robbery of Blunt. The play does, however, create a strong connection between disguise and love. The prevalence of mask and lies implying that while deceit may often be harmful, some measure of deceit may be necessary in order to help love flourish. And conclusion, I am this is quote and this is sentence was at the Rover in scene 1 act 1, and this sentence was speak by Helena. I am resolved to provide myself this carnival. If there be ever a handsome fellow of my humor above ground, though I ask first. And this is are my work cited. And thank you.